Hey, Travis Myers, every time you're here, we like to be hooray because you bring a smile to our face.
Aw, that's very sweet of you.
How you doing, handsome?
I'm very good. I just came from the gym. I don't know if you're getting some nice wafts over there on the other side of the studio.
To be honest, I stink, so it's all me.
Oh, okay.
I have terrible BO today, onions in my salad. No, I do. I absolutely stink.
It's some
today.
competing sense here. What's it like in the middle, Brody?
It's like I'm in a cream of mushroom soup. It sucks. Yeah, it's really not great here.
My goodness. So, Travis, what is going on in your world?
In my world, well, I gotta hit the gym. I gotta be nice and buff because Michael Sam's in Canada now, so I am no longer de facto the hottest guy in Canada. So I really have to earn my title.
Now, what as people, if they're just tuning in for the first time here, Travis Myers is very proudly, openly gay. What a wonderful spirit he is. He's a fun man. He talks about his exploits into the gay community and beyond. And this big news, which of course broke a couple of days ago, and a guy who didn't get signed in the NFL, which some said was a bit off because he was a really good football player.
That's right.
Is now signed by the Alouettes, the Montreal Alouettes, and his name is Michael Sam, and he is a very handsome dude. I'll give him that. And what a neat thing to have an openly gay football player. Don't you think it's about time?
First openly gay football player in the CFL, which is big news. He was the first openly gay football player in the NFL. He's doing a lot of firsts. I think it's good for Canada. So he was saying in his press conference, too, that he's going to focus on winning for the Alouettes. It's not so much about being the first. He did the first gay guy thing, right, down in the United States. So it's about winning now. He's on the roster. He gets to play. So good for him. It's unfortunate that it took so long for him to get a chance to play and play well, but he's got it here in Canada.
Do you think that more athletes should come out if they are, in fact, gay, bisexual? Do you think that this is good forget about just sport in general, but for breaking stereotypes for all of society?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's everyone's own decision. Like, you can't tell someone you're gay. You have to come out for that poor kid that's crying in their bedroom, that's thinking about killing themselves or whatever. That's a lot of responsibility to put on someone who just wants to, put on tights and throw a ball around. But I think that there's something to be said for being a role model. You're a role model no matter what, when you're a professional athlete, when you're a celebrity of any kind. So I think you should do the best from your position to make life better for those kids, right?
Would it be rude to say that Michael Sam came into the CFL for the bigger balls?
I'll allow it.
I'm so happy that Michael Sam has been signed. And Canada, it's interesting because you would think that you would think that we're kind of pioneers with everything, and we're not necessarily when it comes to legalizing marijuana, but we were really pretty pioneers when it came to legalizing gay marriage.
That's right, yeah.
Which was wonderful, and now it's all Ireland's did it by popular vote. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's something that I've got some mixed feelings on.
Huh.
Just the popular vote thing. I'm all for the fact that, it's great that the majority of the population is in favor of it. But when it comes to a small segment of the population, like gay people, less than 10%, and you have every single person determining their rights, I don't know. It could go horribly wrong in a lot of ways, don't you think?
Are beggars being choosers now when we say that? And I generally agree with everything you're saying, but
for sure. This is just a nitpicky,
Okay.
everything's problematic. Something good happened and I have to sit there and say, well, no, it didn't happen correctly.
No, you don't have to play devil's advocate. Isn't it nice to know that, especially in a pretty conservative country with a lot of kind of religious beliefs that are against.
Well, and the other thing, too, is that gay lawmakers and the people behind the scenes, the lawyers and the civil rights activists that are up at the top, they work for years and years and years before these things ever go to the courts, before these things ever go to a parliamentary bill or anything like that. So they wouldn't have put it towards a popular vote if they didn't think that they had a great chance of winning it. All the people behind the scenes.
I see.
Yeah, it's like the civil rights test cases. Rosa Parks, she wasn't the first black woman to be kicked off of a bus, but she was the best chance of winning. So she's the face of that now because she's the one that the lawyers and those people put before the courts.
Is it weird to you that people still stereotype this gay people though? Like, is that like that to me is I'm so liberal minded. I was raised really well with my parents saying accept everyone and don't ever make generalized statements, even though I did it earlier about how all people should wait till they get married till they're 40, gay or straight, so they can sow their oats, get it out of their system, and then you appreciate, I think, your partner a lot more because you're under your declining years, so you actually need them by your side, so you don't want to make it, put it in jeopardy that you won't. I'm being serious. You won't put it in jeopardy that you won't have them by your side. Whereas when you're 25 and you're invincible and you don't feel vulnerable ever, you'll probably have a higher risk of being an asshole.
An asshole.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what
in
I
terms
mean?
of stereotyping, I mean, this is something that I've heard a lot because you can see I'm disgusting. I am wearing a stinky plaid shirt right now, backwards baseball cap. I'm wearing a pair of sunglasses I got from my dentist's office. I'm not stylish or cool at all, and I get this thing. Oh, you're gay? You're gay? Like you don't seem gay. You don't look gay. Well, what does that even mean, right? I can be whatever I want. I can dress like a hobo and be as gay as I want to be. It's really good that we're in 2015. And I've thought about this before. Like, if I was born 20 years earlier, I don't know if I would be gay. You know, if I could act and present like a dirty slob, why not just marry some poor girl and make a sad life for myself, right?
Isn't that really interesting that maybe if you were born in a different time, 20, 30 years before, that you might not have ever, it's not that you wouldn't have had the courage to come out, it's just that you will.
Just not the history beforehand, right? And even within the gay community, there's a lot of people that look down on the effeminate guys or the drag queens or, people who aren't, who can't fit in to the straight world. And these are the people who they could never fit in. And these are the people who threw riots in Stonewall, New York City. These are the people that did sit-ins and stuff because they never could fit in because they're very visibly different. And because of those people 40 years ago, I can be myself. I can be totally open today. And I thank them for it. That's a great thing.
Is there a fear, and I have no idea, but for maybe whether it's religious people or just, total right-wing lunatics that think that, you know what, the openness that now is displayed in this world, which it should be, how everyone can be gay and be open about it, and it's a great thing. But are there some that fear, oh no, now there's going to be more Travises in this world?
The ones that'll trick you. I might be friends with one,
but not even that. But also, like, maybe if we always had a stereotype and made the stereotype look kind of bad, then people would never come out, and that would be better. Is that a thought process of
for
people?
sure? These people they cite like there's more gay people than ever before. It's an epidemic. There's something in the water. No, there's more gay people that are open about it because they don't have to live in fear of being being beaten up in the street or something like that. But there always were just as many gay people. They just weren't telling religious bigots.
You would think the ignorant assholes would support people like gay people because like Travis, taller than me, better looking, dresses nice, knows what he's doing. Like, you would have like 15 girlfriends if you were straight. 15. So the fact that you're gay is better for me because there's more women for me.
And just point all the women your way.
Yeah, standards get lowered, right?
They can't have number one. They might as well go to number two on the list.
8, 12, 15, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Hey, what's up? I'm Roddy. It's the best idea you've ever had to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Jay, it's feeding time.
Hey, guys.